so there's your lick for this week. It is quite a nice lick, it's quite fluent, you're bouncing back off different strings, open strings, and it's quite melodic in that sense, using the natural minor of E minor. You've got a backing track at the end of the video, which is the sample track. If you want the full one, it's on the Patreon page, so please check that out if you do want it. If you don't matter, because you've got a version at the end. If you do like the video, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and putting it on all your social medias so that it boosts the channel so I can keep creating more for you for free. Let's get the breakdown sorted for you now. Yeah, so it starts off, you've got the natural minor scale, which we're using for this, basically on those using the open G, D, A strings. You can use the open E if you want to, but as the tab says, most of the stuff on the D string you're slightly palm muting, so it indicates palm mute on the tab, but it's slightly, you don't want to deaden it too much. Basically you still want it to ring out. So what you're trying to do is just dampen that sound, so you're going to hammer on from the 2 to the 4 on that D string, and then you're going to pick the G, so the open third string. Then you're going back to the D string, picking the 4, sliding, still palm muting slightly, and then you're opening that G again. So back to the the G note on that D string, so that 5th fret, to the 4th fret on the 3rd string, back to that same G note on the 4th string. So you've got, okay, so note the fingers I'm using, so 1, 3, 3, 3, and then we've got, which is basically the 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. This is where you're starting to open it up again. So going back to that G note on the 4th string, to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string with a little bit of vibrato. So then we've got a section where you've got a lot of hammer-ons and pull-offs. So that's your first part. So that's going to be 2, hammer on to the 4th, 3rd string, pull it off to the 2, pull it off to the 0, all on that 3rd string obviously, and then to the 4th fret on the D string, so the F sharp note. Good to practice those, and they're great if you would just want to loads of bands use that. If you're in the key of E minor, it's such a show-off element if you want to get show-offy. After you've done that part, you go back to the open G, then it's 2, 4, 0, coming down the natural minor now, so 2, 4, 0 on the D string, 3, 2, 0 on the A, 3, which is the G note on the E string, and then you can either slide up to that 7 on the A string, which gives it one dynamic, or straight to the E note on that D string, which is the 2nd fret, to give it a different dynamic, or just a standard open string, or once again you could go to the 2 top strings, so like you could do that, or each one obviously ends up on the same note, but you're using a different dynamic, so there's various ways you could end it. There we go, back to me. Right, at the end, it's a nice lick, so if you did like it, please do hit that subscribe button, the bell button, and maybe a super thanks. I don't know, it's up to you. Thanks to those who do, by the way. Thanks to all my Patreons that keep subscribing and doing the monthly tier system, where you do get the jam track, which is the full version of the one that you're going to listen to and play along with in just a second. Take your time with this lick. It is quite tricky. It may sound simple, but it's quite tricky to get the dynamic right. And try and just remember all those slightly palm muted notes as well. It will help with the phrasing, that dynamic of it. So there we go. See you all next week for week 393. See you later, everyone.